Um, I'll wait for a couple of you guys to get in here. I have a few little updates on Dylan Rounds, and then I want to talk to you guys about YouTube monetization. So there, there's a lot of misconceptions with monetization, and we just need to have a little chat about that. It's funny because I was watching White Rabbits. Before I went live, I was watching White Rabbits stream. And I was like, wow, there's no reason for me to go live now because she's saying everything that I wanted to say. She has a great channel. I like White Rabbit. Um, I don't know who's in here, but hi. So we're going to do just a little bit of updating on Dylan's case. Okay. Number one, I told you guys that I wanted to find out who this Jim man was. Okay. Jim is the man that Dylan's grandmother called when Dylan did not call her back. She called Jim. Okay. For the life of me, I could not find Jim's last name. He doesn't have a Facebook. He doesn't have social media and stuff. So a little difficult to find. And the people that I've talked to, they're all like, you know what? We don't know his last name. So it's pretty weird. But I have found out more information about Jim. Okay. So Jim, I hope you guys have watched my last two streams so you're not confused here. But here's what I want to tell you about Jim. There was a lot of conflict between Jim and Dylan. Okay. Jim was allegedly the last person to see Dylan on the farm. But this person is saying, I don't really know about that. Another thing, that Dylan's key fob to his truck was found in his camper in his laundry. So that is how they actually drove the truck away. They had to break a window to get into the truck initially. Okay. And I think I have already said that. But here's more information about Jim and Dylan. Jim does not own the land. That has been said. Okay. It has been said that Jim owned this land, and that Dylan was renting it from him. That is not true. Jim does not own the land. He works for the guy that does own the land. Jim is basically squatting on this land near the shed. Okay. Dylan and Jim have had many arguments over things. Okay. Dylan had rented the use of the shed from the landowner who does not live in the state. So this land is not owned by Jim. That has been said. That is not true. He does not own this land. A couple more things. This person that I'm talking to, I hope that she will come on the channel. She does have a lot of information, but I have fairly warned her what YouTube is like, and we all know what that is. And I did fairly warn her that people are picked apart a lot when they expose themselves to YouTube. So she is fully aware of that. She's debating on whether or not she wants to. Um, so this person actually got a hold of Elko uh, Sheriff's Department, which is on the Nevada side. Elko is the police station with the resources to actually do something. But they were really slow to respond and basically did not want to get involved. Okay. But this person has spoke to them. She gave them a lot of info. Um, she was asked by them about Dylan's character. Um, and I asked her, I said, that's great. Are they sounding like they will be stepping up more for Dylan's case? She said, I think so. So that's really good news. This person told the detective from Elko County that, they really hope that they focus on Lucin, where Dylan's farm is, where his boots were found, and that the focus will be on Jim and Chase. It's still being said that Chase Venstra has been cleared. That is not true. And the reason that that is not true is because this case is not even being treated like a criminal case. It is being treated like a missing persons case. Okay, which is just insane to me because this kid, and I'm going to call him a kid. Sorry, he's 19. I'm 41. To me, he's kind of like a kid. But this kid would have not gone anywhere without his boots. If his boots are found, everything else is found, he's missing. I think it's safe to say that he didn't just walk away from his one and only passion, which was his farm. This kid had a major passion for that farm. It was really, truly everything to him. I believe that his mother even said that. So Jim did not live near Dylan. That was another misconception. He doesn't. Um, this person talked to the Box Elder County detectives. They are on the Utah side. They are where Dylan's farm is. Okay. And they are the ones sort of heading up this investigation. They basically told her that they're at a standstill with everything. They have no new information, even though there's a ton of information coming in. And they told her that they checked the service road that comes through that area. Okay. So she's saying that this detective claims they found Chase's motorhome because that's what Chase Venstra has. He doesn't have a house or anything. He has a motorhome. He sort of, Chase Venstra is a huge person of interest in this case. Okay. Um, he sort of like travels all around. He's like a nomad almost. This is the picture that I'm getting about him. But he is very well known to the Montello residents as a thief, as a drug addict, and it's so bad. He has stolen a lot of things from a lot of the people out there. So, like I was telling you guys before, Montello is not an incorporated town. So, Elko County Sheriff's Department, they don't like to even respond out there. They've been called for different things, people stealing stuff like that. They don't even show up. So, it's really been up to these town folks to sort of police themselves. They look out for each other, they look out for themselves, and they keep tabs on Chase because he steals so much. And so it does not make any sense. And the people that I talk to agree with this, that Dylan would, he didn't know Chase like that. Okay. He didn't. But it doesn't make any sense that he would call his family, that he would go into the town of Montello and let everyone know that he had a run in with Chase, that he saw him, and then simultaneously be giving this guy a ride. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit with his character. It doesn't fit with Dylan's character. So I don't even believe that Chase or that Dylan gave Chase a ride. I do not. Um, he could have. I don't believe it because it just doesn't make sense. Why go and make this big deal to your family, to the people in the town if you were just going to give him a ride anyway? Um, doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Okay. So um so on the Texas Equisearch, is this on Facebook? I believe it's on Facebook. Yes. This on Facebook. There is this man. His name is Mike Lee. Okay. Nobody quite knows who this person is, but he's been very heavily defending Chase Venstra on YouTube, heavily defending him. It almost feels like it is Chase, but I don't think it is. But this guy is just, he's like commenting on everything, saying that there is no foul play. The cops know what they're doing. I'm sorry, but cops don't always get it right. They don't. And with this really small town, again, these police departments, especially Box Elder County, is tiny. So they just don't, Elko County doesn't even like to respond out there. Um, so this Mike Lee guy, and I have his Facebook. Wow, that's interesting. I just clicked on it, and he has everything is magic and oracle in his his bio. Which that's really strange. I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna have to go through that a little bit later. But there is another person. I told you that there were several people that I was talking to. This person, we're gonna get into some sketchy territory here, okay? I already told you that there's sort of this thing going on between the town of Montello and Dylan's mother. Dylan's father is like more boots on the ground. He's, out there with locals and stuff. But his mother, as far as everyone is aware, this is the first time that Dylan's mom has even been down there. She doesn't know the town of Montello like that. And from what they have said, she's treated them pretty poorly. Now, that's their words, not mine. That's what's being said. Okay. So, another person from Montello said she inboxed me this morning. No, I'm sorry. Yesterday. She said Dylan's family is now stalking the townspeople. I kid you not. It is so bad that it is making us all feel really uncomfortable. I also wanted to say that the townspeople have not stopped searching for Dylan. They are just doing it on their own. They are not doing it with Dylan's family because of what they're doing to this community. They still continue to trash us and are now sort of stalking us, and it's pretty freaky. This person also says the mother has never been out here, from what I can gather, so I don't know how she can say these things about our community. She went on to say, I am on the fence about coming on your show. I want to say the truth, but don't want to be ripped apart. I mean, I can take it, but I don't really want the drama. I cannot blame her. Okay. She said, if I could get more people to come on, I would. I told her I completely understand that, and that I would make sure that at least on my channel, they would not be ripped apart. I'm not, trying to coerce them into coming on, but I sort of see what's happening here. Dylan's mom's making all the rounds on YouTube. These people are not being heard. And these are the people that have the real information. Um, she has information that, she a little bit, but not like they do. So again, I told this person I completely understand that. And then she said, I would just like to make sure that people hear my voice and understand that the majority of people who are out here are good, hardworking people, and we were there to help. And they continually trash our community and are now stalking us. And she said, I know of someone else who might come on. I said I would gladly have you on. She said, okay, well, let me talk to a few I know and see what we can come up with. Thank you. So there's a very real possibility that I might have several of them on my channel. Um, I do feel a little protective of them. I know how brutal, YouTube can be. I think we all know that. And I do not, I want to hear the truth from these people, but I do not want them to be just ripped to shreds, and that's my fear for them. Um, Evil exists. Hi, I'm sorry I haven't said hi to anyone. Hi, Patty. Hi, Evil. Hi, everyone. Evil. If you want to really look into someone, please look into Chase Venstra. Um, that's important. This guy, and I'm gonna write his name in the chat again. This is how it's spelled. And also his friend who was seen at 3 o'clock in the morning. I will repeat this. He was seen at 3 o'clock in the morning on a neighbor's security cam who had put these cameras up because he was being stolen from. Chase and Robert Villas, that's his name, were caught at 3 o'clock in the morning digging. I've already said that, but I'm going to repeat it. This is Robert's name. He is on YouTube. I've looked, or YouTube. He is on Facebook. I have looked up his Facebook. Not much on there, but just take a gander at him, if you will. And my comment to this person when she shared his Facebook with me was, he looks very criminal-ish, okay? Because he does. But apparently him and Chase are very good buddies. Chase absolutely has a criminal record. I do believe I talked about this last time. I want to re-say it, that the mother of Chase's youngest child, he has strangled her twice. Okay. The second time she took her child and got away from him. She is in hiding from him. When Dylan went missing, she contacted. Okay, Block Queen. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, she contacted some of the townsfolk from Montello and told them, I want you guys to know just how bad of a person Chase is and the things that he has done. But she did not want them to, tell that, where she is or anything like that. She's literally hiding from this man. He was in jail, shortly after Dylan went missing for stalking this woman. He actually found out where she was. And so he was put in jail for that. But this guy seems to travel around, steal from people, just a really bad character. Okay. And I think it's very significant that Dylan reached out to not just family, but also, the residents of Montello to tell them about his run in with Chase. And then he goes missing. I mean, let's put some pieces together here. Evil, I love that you're interested in this case, and I do hope to see more stuff from you on this case, because these people need some help with Dylan. And like I said, everything that I've been told about Dylan. I have yet to hear a single bad word, a secret, that I was told not to tell anyone. There's been nothing like that. They all say the same thing, that he literally was just a good person. No drug use, none of that. Aubrey, mommy is live, please. Sorry. I can't let her be in here for this, uh, because we're talking about the stuff, and I don't want her to be in here for that. So, blocked queen. Jess, check out 1111 Tarot's read on Dylan from today. It's sad, I'm guessing. Blocked queen. Mal, that's you. Why are you Mallory, you changed your name. I am not calling you blocked queen. I am calling you Mallory. That is your name, okay? um yes, who doesn't love Evil's channel? We all love Evil's channel around here, okay? Of course we do. Mal, I cannot take block queen. That is hilarious. But so there's just a little bit more information about Dylan. There's another thing I want to get into, and that is monetization on YouTube. I do not think that people fully understand what it is to be monetized. Okay. If you guys think that we're over here like making millions of dollars, like, I'll just go buy a Porsche tomorrow from all of my proceeds from YouTube, you are sadly mistaken. Okay. That's just not the way it is. You're going to need a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, members, all that kind of stuff to make some decent money. Most people are not doing that. So about the visuals yesterday, yeah, I've seen some really negative comments. From what I understand, everything went well, and I'm happy to hear that. For once, YouTube showed up and they didn't cause ruckus, and they did something really positive. And I think that they deserve a round of applause for that. And I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely mean that. But I saw one of the YouTubers try to, turn off her monetization. She didn't want to make money off of this. That doesn't matter, because YouTube doesn't care whether you're monetized or not. They are going to put ads on your videos regardless. Okay. So, and this is not even a bad thing against Benny, but I'm going to use him as an example. People would say, oh, Benny's not in this for the money because, his channel's not monetized. It doesn't matter if he is or not. YouTube's still putting them ads on that video regardless. Before I ever was monetized, one of my videos got like 22,000 views. And I went to just rewatch the video, and I seen ads on it. I'm like, what is this? Why do I have ads on my videos? I'm not monetized. Well, then I read, their terms of service. YouTube makes it very clear they have every right in the world to put ads on your videos, whether you're monetized or not. If you have the subscribers and the watch time, I don't see any reason why you should not try to monetize your channel, because regardless, YouTube is going to make money off of you. Okay. So, I have talked before about how, you only get paid once a month from YouTube. White Rabbit did state something that I have wanted to say, and that was that, um, now I forgot. I'm talking too much. But yeah, you have to make at least $100 for them to even release your money. So you can go the whole month of June and make $99 off of all your views that you get or whatever. They will not release that money. It must reach $100 threshold. And that's not the easiest to do. You guys see my chat. Am I getting super chats left and right? No, I don't. Do you see my Cash App scrolling across the bottom of my screen? No. And people that do that, fine. That's up to them. That's what they do. That whatever. But it just I'm quite sick of hearing people say, "Oh, they're all in it for the money." But no, I genuinely enjoy doing this. Okay, I could very easily, you just saw my daughter come in here. Okay. I could very easily be spending time with my family and not doing any of this because I'm not making $1 million doing this. I'm not even making enough money to pay my electric bill. Okay. So I do this because I enjoy doing this. If one day magically I make $1 million on here, I won't forget you little people that were in here with me. Okay. But don't hold your breath for that to happen. It's just, this is something I enjoy. And I think that there are a lot of people, creators on YouTube that enjoy it as well, that aren't making thousands of dollars or anything like that. And again, we could very easily just spend our time doing other things. Um, but if this is a passion for you and this is what you like to do, this is why we do this. So, I've spent a lot of time, talking to the residents of Montello and all that kind of stuff. 4-hour conversation with one of them, all that kind of stuff. Um, Time is money, right? But am I getting paid for that? No. Nobody's sending me checks for doing any of that. I did that because I see a 19-year-old kid that's missing and nothing's being done about it. And I want to talk about it. And I hope that YouTube really digs into his case. Yeah. So there's that. Mallory, thank you, Jess. You're one of the realists. Hey, Mal. I love you and appreciate you more than you know. Thanks, Mal. You only bring facts to this round table. I try to. And then I have to go back and do another live stream to correct the facts that I had already said. That happens. This case it's just pretty complicated, really. So, you know, there's I don't know. It's pretty complicated. Um, I don't want to throw like any shade at Dylan's mother. I just again I don't think that's productive in any way. But I do think that it has to be recognized that she doesn't know this town. She doesn't. Um, Again, as far as these people know, this is the very first time she's ever been there. So I feel like this happens a lot. This happened in the Wells case. This happened in the Vaughn case. And I feel like this is happening again. The person that was not there is the mouthpiece. And you can only take so much of that information because it's all secondhand information. You were not there. So we saw that with Don. Don took over the narrative right away in Summer's case and did most of the talking until he went to jail. Almost all of the talking. Again, a person that was allegedly not there. We've seen that in Michael Vaughn's case. The parent that was at work is the mouthpiece doing all of the talking, but the parent that was actually there, we're not hearing from. This is sort of what's happening in Dylan's case. His mother is doing all the talking, and I understand. This is her son, regardless of how close or not close they were. It's still her child. If it was my child, I would be speaking out about them as well. But I definitely would be trying to get to know the townsfolk of Montello and get as much information about my son and the things that he was doing, on a day to day with them and around there. And that's not happening, unfortunately. It's sort of being said to me that she's sort of sticking her nose up at them. I'm not really sure why that is. I had one of them say that, we know Dylan and we know that he wouldn't have liked this very much, that his mother is sort of, you know, not treating his friends and people that he knew very well. And this is coming from them. So she may have a completely different account. I don't know. I don't know. There is a couple of things that I'm still not going to release it. Um, just because I don't feel like it's the right time. I really don't. It would be more for YouTube fodder than actually helping the case in any way. But there is something about Dylan's mother. Um, I'm just gonna hold on to that for now. So, Starla, hi Starla. Chase was involved in a 9-hour standoff. Yes, this is correct. With the police in 2016. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Starla, your name is new for me. So are you in Montello or are you just following the case? And I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But yes, there are a lot of things with Chase Venstra, okay? And this nonsense with him saying that he was cleared and with Dylan's mom clearing him after a phone call doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If I'm not law enforcement, I'm not clearing anyone in my missing child's case. I can tell you that. So and she doesn't know this guy. So, if it just takes a phone call to say, hey, I was 200 miles away, and she's just like, oh, okay, he wasn't involved. He's cleared. No. You need to dig into Chase's background because it's pretty darn bad. Um, his Chase's younger son, because he has two older sons. The second son has sort of really been defending Chase quite a bit. But from what I understand, this second son has like been doing things. Chase has sort of been like showing him the ropes, if you know what I mean. So they're sort of like thick as thieves. There's a little play on words there, but yeah, I mean that figuratively and literally. So there you go with that. Mallory, did they work for Dylan? Jim and Don did. Chase did not. Chase's oldest son, I think attempted to work for Dylan. It like lasted a day. It did not last. His second son, I believe, worked with him a little bit. But Dylan really didn't know Chase like that. They were not friends. Chase actually wrote that. And I'm going to read what Chase wrote on Facebook again, just one more time. Before he deleted his Facebook, I grabbed this. So, but this is what he said. Because he was sort of like trying to defend himself. And no, sir. There is too much information coming out behind the scenes for this nonsense from him. So here's what Chase Venstra said. Okay. He said, Dylan stopped and picked me up Wednesday. He gave me a short ride. Said he was low on gas. Let me charge my phone. Gave me a drink and dropped me off. My son worked for him last year, so I've known him a while. Again, that's like true and not true. Yes, his son did work for him. Yes, Chase was aware of Dylan. Dylan was aware of Chase, but they were not friends. They weren't even really associates. Okay. So he's sort of making it sound like, I've known him. My son worked for him. Not exactly true. True and untrue. Okay. So he goes on to say he had no fear of me, really. Because again, he called his family and he let the townspeople know your location because everyone keeps tabs on you. So, um, he then goes on to say, I had my boots on because Dylan told his family that he was barefoot. He told the townspeople he was barefoot. He didn't have any shoes on. He came running up to Dylan's truck, So he's saying, I had my boots on. He said, I own property out there. I would like to know where that property is. I would like to know where Chase's property is located. Okay. And was stranded because as far as I'm aware, Chase owns a motor home. That's what he owns. I don't know where this land that he owns is. Um, I have heard nothing of that. Okay, so he says, I own property out there and was stranded. I last seen him when he dropped me off around 10 a.m. Wednesday, the 25th. I will have you guys know that Dylan spent the night in Montello on the 25th, where he allegedly dropped Chase off. So, but Dylan was seen after that date, so we know nothing happened on that date. Chase goes on to say, I got a ride back home later that day. I was out there Saturday, or I was not out there Saturday. Saturday is the day that Dylan went missing. I was not out there Saturday at all and can prove it. A couple stores will have me on camera that afternoon and evening 200 miles away. Never went to town. He was caught on security footage on the early morning of May 30th. So he was in town shortly after Dylan disappeared, digging. He said, I never asked anyone, and he put that in all caps, about him. When they find him, he'll tell you all the same story. Something is very fishy about this whole thing. Well, I would say there is, Chase. So again, he's saying, I wasn't even there on Saturday. I can prove it. I was 200 miles away. Okay, well, can you explain, please, why you, on the morning of May 30th, 3 a.m. on May 30th, why you and Robert Alvarez were digging on your friend's property and were caught on a security camera doing so? What were you digging? What were you doing? Why were you there? Okay. Mallory, who's digging the hole at 3 a.m.? Like I just said, Mal, Robert Avilas and Chase Venstra. And they were digging on a man. His name is Paul Townshek. That's his property out there. He is one of Chase's friends. And they were caught on this security cam digging. As far as I know, that property has not been checked yet. Okay. Starla, my heart breaks. Let me scroll up a little bit, Starla. I didn't see if you answered my question. If you, let's see. Okay, so Starla, Starla is saying I messaged her on Facebook and said prayers. I'm assuming you're talking about Candace Coley, Dylan's mom. So I messaged her on Facebook and said prayers, told her about Chase's standoff. No, I'm in Michigan following the case. His mom blocked me. I didn't do anything wrong. She's an attitude. I'm hearing this quite a bit, Starla. Quite a bit. I'm sorry that happens. I did reach out to her as well. I have heard nothing back from her. Okay. So Starla also is saying, I told her I lost a son in 2018. My heart hurts for her and pray he is found. She was rude as heck to me. Okay, see, this is like an ongoing thing. And Starla's saying that she, has the whole conversation. Um, yeah, I'm hearing this quite a bit from other people. I don't understand the rudeness. Starla is also saying for some reason she is heck bent on Chase has nothing to do with this, but why? I don't know why. I do not. Because thank you, Mal. You know what? Let me put that up actually. Because I do have that. Let me edit that real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna. Oh, I have Summer up on the thing. I just realized that just now. Sorry. Um, Let me put this up real quick. Oops. Yeah. Let's put this up. So I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. But again, I am just continuously hearing this that she is really standoffish. She doesn't really want to listen to anyone, including Dylan's father. Dylan's father and his mother are not together. She is remarried, I believe, and Dylan's dad's name is Justin. And I guess Justin has tried to tell her some things, and she is disregarding even him. What concerns me about that is, she is his mother. If she's giving wrong information to the police, that's not going to help her son's case. And if she keeps pushing this that, Chase had nothing to do with this, well, how could you possibly know that? You were not there. I think it would be alarming to me if the last, person that my son called me about, and said all this stuff about, obviously that's going to be the first person that I'm going to be looking at. So, from what I'm understanding, she has just simply talked to Chase on the phone. And he pretty much told her the same thing. I was 200 miles away. I didn't have anything to do with this. And so she's just like, okay, I believe you. But there's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of this. So it's just it's really weird. I don't know why she's hell bent on that. Um, I'm just concerned that there's a narrative being ran mainly by her, and it's just not accurate. So you know, I'm really hoping that the residents of Montello, like I said, do come on my show, and they are discussing it amongst each other. But again, if I do have them on, I know you guys, and I know that you guys will not be disrespectful in my chat, but I will need my mods in here in case something like that happens. I do not want these people attacked. I don't want them ripped apart. I don't want any of that. So I will let you guys know. Mal, definitely need you if they come on, and I'm hoping that there is nothing like that happens. I feel like people want to hear truth. But you never know. Trolls love to troll. They love to do that. That gets them off, So whatever. But I do not want that for them. I genuinely feel like they are very much trying to help and trying to find Dylan. And again, they are not being listened to. They have sort of, they're being treated like Starla was, very rudely and just very, Dylan's mother doesn't seem to really want to associate with them or hear what they have to say. And I just, to me, that's just a huge, huge mistake. So, but that's all I have for now. If they do decide that they want to come on, and I do think that it's going to get to the point where they're going to, because they're just upset. They're upset with the things that are being said and things like that, and they really want truth out there. So I do think that there's a high probability that I will have some of them on my show. Mal, even if Dolly's live, I might need you. Okay. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I don't see grandma in here or anything. So I'm gonna have to talk to you. But yeah, we just want to make sure that these people are just not being attacked in any way, shape, or form. I don't think they deserve it at all. And they might have, they might say things that you know aren't the most positive, they're things, but it will be the truth. So yeah, but I'm gonna end this here, and we'll see. We'll see in the next few days, if they do want to come on, and you'll probably be hearing a lot of stuff. So I know I already have. So okay, I will see you guys later, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.